So obviously, Jump Festa 2024, unbelievable, tremendously epic news for the One Piece franchise, where the One Piece, or One Piece 2.0, Two Piece, One Piece Kai, let's just call it Top, T-O-P, baby. One Piece is getting an anime remake. That obviously was the shining light, the beacon that everyone gravitated towards when it came to Jump Festa and One Piece news. However, Oda does also have comments pertaining to One Piece 2024. In his general comments, he talks about the live action and its success and various things of that sort. But for this video, I just want to focus on what Oda talks about in reference to 2024 One Piece. Of course, shoutouts to Arthur of the Library of Ohara, where he gives us a nice little snippet of these comments. So let's get right into it, and I quote, "Though, of course, I'll keep working hard on the manga as well. But this past year, many characters have faced many events. Truly a terrifying world. If Luffy and the others can leave Egghead safely, they should be going to that island. I also consider not taking that route, but I may not be able to stop Luffy. If that does end up happening, then there'll be a struggle for that thing. Finally, at last, it'll happen. The battle between that character and that character may lead to unexpected results." So real quick, if you forgot, last year for 2023 Jump Festa, Ichiro had some nutty comments talking about how in the year 2023, it was essentially going to be a battle royale between so many different forces across the One Piece world. And in this year, we absolutely saw that. We had Garp raid full Lead Island. We had Law versus Blackbeard. We had Kid and his crew versus the Red Hair Pirates, and the giants Dory and Brogy, Omo and Kashin pulled up. Then, of course, you have Luffy on Egghead Island fighting against the Seraphim and Company along with his crew. Then you have Rob Lucci and Cypher Pole involved. Kizaru and the Marines pull on in. Now Jay's here. So yeah, bro, when it comes to combat and when it comes to the power scale, 2023 One Piece might be one of the most eventful years. Absolutely. This has been a tremendous year. And 2024 may not be as chaotic in terms of the amount of combat and fights going on all over the place. However, unexpected results? Ichiro Oda! What you talking about, big boy? What's going on, big boy? So, real quick, let's talk about not the unexpected results, or that character, or even that thing. No. Let's talk about the first part that caught my attention, that grabbed me by the cojones. Number one, I also consider not taking Luffy that route. Just, please. I don't understand. You have a arc that is space themed. You know immediately what I'm getting at here. You have a ship that could potentially fly using not only anti-gravity tech, but Vega Cola literally going Team Rocket style, blasting off again. Why? Moon. I could be coping somewhat. I'm not saying that I am. Recall the comments of the Film Red director about what Oda said, where Oda told him that One Piece could go to space and everything will be a-okay. I am just dying. I am pleading for Oda to take me to the moon, okay? Because my favorite One Piece character is up there. Obviously, I'm not gonna deny that, duh. One. Two, is that the themes, the lore. There's so many things going up on there, bro. If there was another option, we don't go to Elbaf, we don't alter the Sunny Go and take a rocket ship. No, we don't do that just yet, okay? Where can we go? Okay, there are two options. Number one is a pretty simple option. A lot of cats will be like, scratching their heads, what? But why not just swing back to Wano Country and get Yama, bro? Come on, everyone knows. That was a bad move. That was a bad move. And when she didn't join the crew, that was some pretty bad writing, because in all honesty, all the time Oda had spent during the arc hyping them up to join the crew was, guess what? Wasted time. And more often than not, that's never a good thing. I know people who aren't Yamato fans, they love it because they feel like Yamato would encroach on too many characters and X, Y, and Z and the other. And hey, Oda did say that the story's gonna end like 3-4 years. And if Yamato's in the story, that means that it's gonna be even longer. Keep in mind this fact, that this arc right now, Egghead Island, is longer than Punk Hazard. We're over like the 40 or 45 chapter mark for this arc. Egghead Island is longer than Punk Hazard, and you really believe we're gonna end this off in 3 or 4 years? We still have to go to Elbaf, the moon. We still have to have a full Lead Island thing going on with Luffy and the Blackbeard Pirates, and that's also the spot number 2 outside of those other locations, where if we're not going to the moon or Elbaf or Wong Country to get Yamabro back, then let's say it would have involved what's going on Full Lead Island, because obviously people like Garp, people like Pudding, I'm gonna guess here that Perona too, they're captured. And a lot of Straw Hats do care about these characters. Garp, Luffy, Pudding, Sanji, Perona, Zoro. You know what? We have to go in there and get some of our allies, some of our friends, all right? Wives. But once again, that likely means that, hey, we're not gonna be ending the story in this 3-4 year mythical window. Oda is bad. He's really bad. Self-admittedly bad when it comes to gauging how much time it's gonna take him to finish, let's say, said arc. Particularly when he has other projects to work on. As of late, he's been very involved with the live action. So we have season 2 in the future, season 3 in the future. We have the anime remake. Is Oda going to be involved in the One Piece production in some way? If he is, guess what? That means a longer time window for the story for the manga, obviously. So that's number 1 in a general sense. And number 2, that thing. Ooh! And I quote once again, I also consider not taking that route, but I may not be able to stop Luffy. If that does end up happening, then there'll be a struggle for that thing. So it seems like that thing is in reference to Luffy and company, not that character and that character. And so if that's the case, and we're going to very likely Elbaf, then I think that that thing probably likely refers to the final ancient weapon Uranus. I believe that it's actually located on Elbaf, and I do not think right now it's the thing that was over the Lucia Kingdom that's powered by the Vegapunk Mother Flame. And I would say in of itself, that's probably the reason why it's not ancient weapon Uranus, where Vegapunk, through his technology, that's not even the ancient power source technology, it could power ever destroy the Lucia Kingdom. And there could be this running theme, and we're not too sure, of course, but there could be this running theme of every ancient weapon, even Pluton, which is supposed to be a ship, but whatever, even Pluton, they could all be living creatures in some capacity. So we know that Poseidon, Shirahoshi, Pluton is quote-unquote sleeping underneath Wano Country. So maybe the sleeping is taken very literally, and it is going to awaken at some point in time, and it's a friend of the Elephant Zunisha, something like that. And then Uranus could be like the sky-themed one that lies somewhere on the tippy top of Elbaf, because obviously Elbaf we see normally is just that bottom mountainous area, but we can clearly see that there's something that just goes up. In fact, there are several things that just go up right into the deep sky. So there's a good chance that there's a civilization, nobles, giant royals that live at the top somewhere, and then someone located there has some sort of connection to the Norse god or like the giant Odin, whatever. Those ravens, like the black one and the white one, it could involve that in some capacity. So again, all that to simply say that Elbaf could be a battleground for the ancient weapon Uranus. And battling against who? I mean, people already know by now, but my best bet is a battle between Luffy and the Return. We have the trilogy of Charlotte Lilin finally completed on Elbaf. I'll try and find the time to do a more in-depth video talking about why I believe that Uranus is located on Elbaf and go from there. But the last thing I tackle, number 3, obviously, at last, it'll happen. The battle between that character and that character may lead to unexpected results. So if that character versus that character is going to be Dragon versus Akainu, finally going down, unexpected results. What does that mean? Maybe it's going to be City of the Rain versus Dracul Mihoku. Oh, unexpected results. City of the Rain. Maybe? But everyone right now obviously, of course, without a doubt, is looking at two cats, Shanks and Blackbeard. It's pretty obvious. Now, to be fair, it doesn't have to be them. It could be other people, but the finally, at last, grandiose sense of people have been waiting for this to go down for a minute, and Oda is aware that it's gonna go down. So the question is, okay, what is a fight that has been long time coming between two characters that the fandom expects to fight? Outside of Luffy and Shanks, outside of Luffy versus Emu, outside of Zoro versus Mihawk, which I don't think is happening next year, maybe, but I kind of doubt that. Outside of those characters, the best bet would be, once again, Shanks versus Blackbeard. And if that happens, Shanks. If that happens, I have my money on Shanks. Why? It's simple. Chapter 1. Thematically speaking, Chapter 1, I think, has to be fulfilled. I do not think that Oda is going to renege on Chapter 1, and there's going to be no way, shape, or form for Luffy to prove to Shanks that he is a superior crew than Shanks, because Shanks is dead. He has died at the hands of Teach. No, I don't think so. And plus, I would say in terms of the power scale, Blackbeard isn't even there yet. Even come next year after Egghead Island, I don't think he'll be there yet. So it could be Luffy and Shanks where it finally goes down next year. It's very possible, because the idea is that Shanks will be on Elbaf. That's what some folks believe, but I don't think so. I think that for the most part, it could be Shanks versus Blackbeard, but the unexpected results is that Shanks actually gets the W over Blackbeard. And it's not to say that Shanks cannot die in the series. That is possible. At some point in the story, he could die. But it depends on when. And ultimately, I'd argue it boils down to, if this happens after Luffy proves to Shanks that his crew's superior, then okay, it can happen. But it cannot happen before. If Luffy has not proven to Shanks that his crew is superior and Shanks passes away, and so we renege on Chapter 1, the very first promise we got in the series, that is blasphemous. Straight up dog water. A horrific writing decision. But that's my stance on that. So let me know your stance. Let me know your stance on Oda's comments. If you enjoyed Oda's content, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on that bell to join the notification squad. I'ma catch you cats on the flip side.
See you. Bye bye.